One of the biggest challenges historians face is that we see more and more students who are concerned about getting jobs. And so convincing students that history and the liberal arts largely is still a very worthwhile humanistic study.
I think the biggest challenge is integrating a culture gap between the popular, which is real, and the professional, which is hungry.
One of today's challenges that face historians is the bridging of the gap of students to the real world. I think that one of those challenges is having students get applicable information and also information for the real world. So I always tailor my lessons to what would happen if you were doing this, how an analogous situation.
I mean, as a young historian who has just finished his PhD, it's very much sort of finding a job. And you know, in order to do history, you need to have some sort of income, and it's not just me as a young historian. Obviously, there's been a declining enrollment in the humanities classes generally, so the question is sort of how do we keep students interested enough that we can continue to bring in the sort of the material resources that we need.
Well, in some ways they're the challenges we've been facing for a while, showing people that history is relevant. This is an age in which people think that what's important only happened 5 seconds ago, or maybe 10 minutes ago, or maybe a year ago. And so showing that events that happened 50, 100, 200, even 1,000 years ago are important, that they have a bearing on us, and that understanding them and how we can think about them is actually important, relevant, and indeed quite useful.